I have revives. It's no biggie. No biggie. No biggie. No freaky biggie. Thank you. Thank you. Malfang goes hard. I don't gotta worry about danger. What the down below is that? Behold the Mega Zazari. This is but a taste of what we could be by now if those dojo master hypocrites didn't been holding us back since the digital revolution. Zilly Mega Zazar, you are a creature of your own making, Rodonk, only less grateful than and more aggravating. You would be nothing if I hadn't taught you, hadn't I rescued you from that miserable little village. You would be just another dirt farmer like the rest of those pathetic Zadarians. Time to correct that mistake, ellipses. Zybon and something. A Psypad. Mom's lunch. What I'm gonna take is Albin. And if I want you out, you can stay out, White Whiplump. I'm gonna do a side pat. Hit. Never mind. Goodbye. Ragnet. It's okay. You don't get the act. Okay, that works. Honestly, I shouldn't have kept Whiplump out anyway, so this works out for me. No longer exhausted. Now, Whiplump cannot stay out here, to be fair. Malfang should be good here, because it doesn't really matter what they are. What do we have, really? Resin Trap. It still goes hard, that move. I get it. And they really wanted that stinking Plump dead, huh? Honestly, like, I don't feel like switching you out yet, because you're just gonna do something dummy anyway. I'm gonna hit you with a bomb plus plus. I'll let my guys on fire, he's sick of him. Gazama probably shouldn't stay out here, right? I'll use a full restore unless you burn to death here. Did. But you're a star player, Malflank. So they will always switch before I get attack. Not worried about it yet. I might do a revive now, actually. With you, because you're gonna take off Barcolum. There's no way you don't do that. So use a full revive on Malflank, and then you can do a heat up. You can. There you go. Don't you hate Earth? Stop pulling out your mom's lunch. Or is it melee they ate? I don't remember. That's what I figured. Yeah, you probably shouldn't stay out here. But I don't know. They're gonna leave. Or at least what's this baseball? I just don't know what to really do with you. There's no way Barcolum stays out here, right? So I'm just gonna throw out an uppercut. Yeah. And what do they pull out? Volcrane? Okay, Volcrane's dead then. Probably. I think they take ×4, right? A water attack, huh? 1-2? That's still fine. That's what I figured. Side pad that has an off turn. Acronox? Know right now if you're freak or not. Okay, they're gonna be. Oh, they can leave. Let's go. Chain hit. I forgot. I thought you overexhausted yourself. Am I insane? Survive. Side pat and now they overexhaust themselves. Okay. We got lethal on Acronox. Side pad still has an off turn. We did fumble the first couple turns, but that's fine. We're figuring it out. And a 10 goes hard. What are you planning on doing? Macy's gonna go bye-byes for a little outflank. Resist win, don't you? No, you don't. I don't know what side paths throw me through a loop because like 3 different things I know, but they're melee. Don't resin my stinking outflank. I hate that move. Visually, I wish it doesn't exist. Zalbin. We're doing fine. Should have thrown out a heal on our Gazima. Good job, Whiplump. Fetching Breeze. I'm not gonna bother reading it right now, I'm sorry. Grandpa should go. Taste those freaking piggies. No, there won't be any more switching. So Volcrane dies here. Honestly, you should throw out a bomb plus. You know what? A tonic plus plus on Smegsy. I just don't know if it's gonna go right into another fight. So I kind of want to just heal up our Gazima as well. Give them a bomb. You might want to get out of here. Actually, let's blood the Gazima now. You take a turn and throw a bomb at the Gazima, I guess. I could be wasting stuff, I have no idea. Sorry, we were timed. I had no idea we were timed. And then now I'm under the opinion that it does not end right away. Or there's no other fight, we just do it. But we had him, I just didn't know the map was falling apart. I saw it was getting cracked, but I thought it was just like a visual thing. As you get further into the fight, it falls apart more. They leave before they act. You might put the broccoli there again, you never know. But they're not gonna leave. That's okay. It's like, why would they leave, right? One sec. that's fine. Full crane, eh? Side pad lives. 52 times water, that makes so much sense. It's okay. You weren't really doing much for us anyway. Side pad is wounded. Last Meg Z. Wolverine will be getting pulled out of here. So don't really worry about it. There's no way they stay. You take a turn to heal. You guys do a bomb plus. And I can kick you in the face next turn. Maybe a tonic would have been good actually. We're not boosting whip. Didn't get much energy back, huh? Just in case. Side pad down. As he lives. Then right now, if you're a freaking nut. I don't care if Macy dies. We're going to do size mode just see what happens. I can't pull him out anyway, so. And you should switch out for Anaton, I guess. And your stamina is hurting. You went first, huh? Dung. If we pull out Whip Plump, they might stay out, but I don't know. So I can hit him with a fireball. Really? A Volcrane, huh? Gonna hurt Whip Lump, yeah. But they're gonna live. Our columns, along for this world. Maybe they are actually. I don't care if Whip Lump dies as long as they go first. Okay, that's fine. Necronox? Figure not. Uppercut my stinking boy. I should burn. Maybe they don't leave, we'll see what happens. You are just dead, yeah. Okay, you did leave. The Volcrane is wind. Doesn't really do much. This is going worse, I think. But all their Tems are pretty weak. That's the thing. You need wind. That's what I figured. I still have full HP, the Regnant. I think it's their only 10 that still have full HP. We pull out the Malflank. I believe we're gonna lose here. It should be fully restored though, I believe. Yeah, we lost. No, not yet. Never mind. I don't care if it dies, it just needs to do damage. You can kill the Volcron to be very happy. If they die this turn, we're good. Fiery Soul. I don't think Meteor Sword's kind of bad. But I don't think I really care. Should have tried to indoctrinate you instead of the useless Max. But then again, I needed a reliable pawn and Max was easier prey. Darn, Aina was too strong and influence on you. Except that you lost. Sawa is free, Lobos is down, Max has renounced you, and Little Lottie has quit. Whole archipelago is united against you under the trash can of history, tyrant. Maybe this is my final hour. I will not go gently or alone. Down below with TemTem fighting, a tradition made of cowards and posers. No real power looks like unrelenting raw, free from the law of accord. Sheer will unleashed. Going down, maybe we're down to oblivion. You might have won the war, but the last battle you must lose. None of my watch. I'm almost done my laundry. I swear, I swear. Thus history repeats itself every once in a few centuries. Some power-hungry opportunist tries to restore the monarchy in their name. We arrive, it would seem, just in time. There's the auto button. What began with fire and crashing, with deception and struggle, on the barren lands of Tukma and the dark depths of underneath, shall now end here in ruin and retribution. Come on, Nyland, do you really have to give a speech like right now? Why are you doing a cafe as my stowaway guy? Dude, read the room. We even brought the 4th Arctamer and everything. Nothing but a thug and a warmonger dressed in a pompous sophistry, and you shall pay for your crimes. I am not one to be brought back to the archipelago without good cause. Thank you, thank you. And Dara herself, for decades, I thought you a legend. Almost done my laundry. This is where you actually become nothing but that. Rest in peace, you pitiful relic. Poor choice of words. Arctamer's on solar beam, excuse me. My actual ears. Why is this so loud? Dude, he's dead. He's freaking dead. Oh, okay. What a cut. By the way, 4 days, 13 hours, and 23 minutes played. Dong 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 dong. Credits to copyright? Probably not actually. Listening to it. That's a jacket. I'm done laundry. Let's go. I had my other jackets, my swinging sweater, whatever. They're just hanging them up. It's 4 of them. Who cares? Well, special thanks and to all the players. Excuse me. Can I get an NGU? Dong 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 dong. Well, as these roll, I'm gonna put my laundry away. One sec. Okay, we good. Dun, 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 dun. Dunka donk, dunka donk, dunka donka. What's that when the dog's barking? He's still running for another minute anyway, so. Man, he's gone for a while, don't they? And we're at Z's. Maybe we're almost done. Uh, uh, uh. Second Archipelago Congress is now in session. I thank you all for attending, particularly Percival for hosting it. Thank me not, Mr. President. In fact, I have much to atone for. The man I called my friend for a lifetime, he hoodwinked me, and on his behalf I kept all of Aubrey in the dark when we should have been helping our Kisawian friends. What is our division? and the ancient animosity between Lockburg and Properton. This must never be allowed to happen again. Take my hand, Percival. So, silly rivalry must cost us our common future. Aubrey can stand united, hand in hand, with her Congress friend for all of them. Thank you, my respected fellow Murdrag is too kind. This is off on me. I was foolish and blind, and played right into the hands of a would-be dictator. I apologize, Mr. President. Aubrey should have been part of the Congress from the very beginning. Bella, Bladly, we realize, belatedly, sorry. We would like to join now, if you would have us. I should come clean as well. I understand. Who are you? You're the Doja Master from the mines. I underestimated the threat the clan Balsodo posed, even when Roydonk warned me. Even when my loyal Captain Coley sailed with the Kamani volunteers, did not attend the First Congress. I just haven't seen this lady in maybe 2 months. Therefore, I resign as Doja Master of Quartzel. I'm too old for the challenges of the harsh and confusing times, and I have proposed Captain Coyley as a new Dojo Master. Bad choice. Rodan, we're just the audience here. Thank you, Yarny, and refuse. We took money, help our Kasawan brethren, and we always will. I'm not the Dojo Master, and shall never become some sort of military leader for the Congress, the Araborn Archipelago. Whatever the Congress decides, I would warn you against a knee-jerk response to the threat that relies on force alone. We may have saved Kasawa in the nick of time. I may have saved Kasawa in the nick of time. But standing armies have not solved our problems in the past, and they will not solve our problems in the future. Kasawa thanks you and your volunteers for the help with the Battle of Uru, and your wise words bring us to an important topic. Clan Balsodo is defeated, but it leaves behind a vacuum and dangerous precedent. We must be ready to face whatever may rise its ugly head in its wake. Having said this, it has been an honor to lead the Kasawan resistance in this Congress during the hostilities, and now it is I who would willingly step down as president. Can I nominate myself? We have won the war, but only barely, and now we must make sure we don't lose the peace. For this new task, I propose Tahani as president of the Congress. Hooah. Good call. You're the best, Tahani. Go get him. Yes, boss girl. Dear Tahani, without you, your early initiatives, we would have been completely overrun. You were the first to understand the danger of Clan Balsodo, and take decisive action by putting Carlos and Roydonk in the case before most of us had even heard the name. Hey boss, are you going to be the big boss now? What exactly am I going to get paid for my work? What a guy. Freelancers, you're all the same. Very well, Mr. President, I will do my best to lead the peacetime Congress if all my peers agree. Second, thirded. Nay. Stop fooling around, Roydonk, you're not a Dojo Master. I voted yes. I meant. Yeah, Tahani for president. We have an unanimous decision. Madam President. Thank you. Very well, ahem, I propose. We're about to discuss some rewards. Fine, you will have your panzoons, man. What about Roydonk? It would have never made it without him. Hey, partner, we're getting paid. Can you believe it? Finally. Come here. Thank you, both of you, from the bottom of my heart. This Congress is forever indebted to you, my dear friends, and so are the free people of the Airborne Archipelago, which I aspire to represent. Please accept this. 10,000 of... Yeah? You just spit in my face. As my first initiative as President of the Archipelagan Congress, I would like to solemnly confirm your official title of Congressional Agent Roydonk. You were the first to receive this honor, and nobody deserves it more than you. What's up, buddy boy? How you doing, kiddo? Where you going, son? In-game character title. Thank you. Smelling shoes? You can smell shoes. That's okay. What about more money? Let's try harder. Think back to the first time I saw you on the beach in Tokezi Roydonk. You were a young apprentice leaving his village for the first time. Innocent and full of curiosity, and in some ways I feel the same. But we are not children anymore. You can return home to your friends and family in Roydonk, but your life won't be the same, as the same applies to me, to all of us, to the Congress, to this whole Airborne Archipelago. Cannot go back to where we were. We have won a war, yes, but the price of victory is responsibility. That's what I go home, man. Perfectly understandable, Roydonk. You've done much more than anyone has any right to ask of you. You, more than anyone else, have earned some rest in peace. Sorry, Carlos. As for the rest of us, my friends, Clan Balsodo is no more, but the circumstances in which it arose remain. The genie won't go back in the bottle, and the carefree days of the pre-Balsodo era are over. Friends, siblings, we have our work cut out for us. We must decide what we to do with the captured Balsodo. We must begin rebuilding Gasawa, and we have to find a way to heal all these wounds. We must change the way dojos work. We must ensure that never again so many young tamers feel so left behind and alienated that they listen to the lies and hatred of the new Constantinos. Of a new Constantinos. Now we're in 100 years. Woo! Woo! Alright, boss. And on a solemn note. Sasaya, there's something I wanted to ask you. Yes. Will you marry me, Sasaya? What? What? Ouch, what? Was it down below, Carlos? What? Would you never ask? Of course I will. Nearly had a heart attack. Time to celebrate. Denizens flamboyant until the end. Come, Rodunk, let's go. Bro, I just had a wedding, I can't do another one. And then we rappelled down under the cover of night, and was carried through the darkened streets of Haru, filled with Belsoto enemies, and then, what adventures. I know, right? I've lost count of how many times Rodunk had gotten us in trouble. Who, me? But I do know how many times I saved the special congressional ads. What will you do now, Idea? Return to the exciting life of an airship captain? It's about time. Congress has been generous, but I have an airship to run, and my clients have been screaming at me for weeks about their shipments. You'll be more in no time. I don't think so. I've been very happy and fulfilling life before I met you, and by the way, you never paid a single airfare for this whole time. Joking all in all, I guess we had a pretty good run. Maybe you're not such a bad team, Murdoch. Although, any more passengers like you and I'll be broke in no time. Captain, if I may, there's something I have been seriously pondering the notion of going on a extended hiatus and pursuing TemTem taking seriously. The time we were stranded on the Nezia during the volcanic eruption, I found it to be quite amusing. And Roy Donk here has been quite an inspiration. I think I might go back to the Merce Isles and train at the dojo. Nezia, those were the days, says the 17-year-old. Our problems seemed so simple at the time. I think it's time for me to settle down. I'm going to Takma, Monkey, and I are giving it another try. You're settling down? What have you done, Kamal? I know, well, all things come to an end, right? Even the exploits of the legendary denizen level Kamal. Right, so I'm losing half my crew. Not going anywhere, Skipper, particularly now that Aizel has gotten used to the life on the narwhal. And you, Carlos, I have some casework to catch up done before we'll catch the first airship to Japanku, Carlos. We have to meet my family. Well, yeah, I guess. Come visit anytime. What about you, Rodon? Back to Sizdari, looking forward to seeing your old hometown, your old friends, and hugging Aina. I don't know, it's gonna be weird. I know what you mean. I feel the same. This has been the hardest case in my career. At the same time, it's hard to just close and go back to my new life. It's time to go to bed. Rodon, you're looking a little weird. Congratulations are in order, young tamer. You defeated Alpha Dojo Master and saved the Airborne Archipelago from the insidious evil. And Daria, why are you... Perhaps it's time for you to face a real challenge, you know what I mean? Find us, fight us, and prove you're an Arc Tamer material. So long, Rodonk. Are you alright? The Arc Tamers are calling me? Oh, no, what have you been drinking? Listen, special congressional tipsy boy. I don't care how many you've had if you dare throw up on my ship. Another round? All of your buying. Tomorrow we'll go back to our lives, but today, old Arborian song for occasions like this. Should old acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgotten, old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, we'll take a cup of kindness yet. For the sake of old lang syne. Big epic! Wonder where Aina went, expecting to find her here. Probably just visiting the family in Bracaldamar. It was all a dream, man. Someone calling. Oh, hey, Rodong, did you know it's my apprentice's Eve too? Get out of here, Max. Playing dumb or something? Hurry up, Professor Constantino is waiting for us outside. Going to the Academia. Some sort of new game plus. Whatever, do you have a 10 PD or not? You haven't even picked up your starter. You want to see my Ori? I don't believe you. Ho 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 ho. Wow, you fell for it. Okay, maybe a little bit. I didn't. Come clean now, you totally did. Anyway, good to see you again, and I'll let you be, I guess. I just wanted to drop by to say, I don't know, you did great. That you got your way, and I'll look for some way to make something right. Not things, not everything, because I can't undo what's done, but something. Something good to compensate at least a little bit. thank you for your dog, and you know from now on, even if you don't want to see or talk to me ever again, you just have a nice life, okay? You deserve it. This is the beginning of the rest of my life, free again. I know what I saw before I fell asleep. I know what I need to do now. Find the Archtamers and challenge them. That's definitely what Indara dared me to do. Can I actually do this? Defeat the 4 Archtamers. At least I can try now that the archipelago is safe again. Where could they have gone? Carlos might be able to give me a hand. He's good at finding missing people. Also just eat poop, by the way. You can now access the weekly challenges in your Tamer Pass. Complete new challenges each week, with which will push you to try all the activities in TemTem. Each challenge will get you a boost and experience and some Novas as reward. Pin all TemTem kudos. Every side quest. Well, I would like to go get a drink and take my dog out before I do more. Defeat the Archtamers. Pick Epic Banner. It's a pretty pog. Okay, I'll brainstorm how to find the Archtamers for Carlos and Neodo. Okay, we'll do that. I'm just gonna get something to drink and take my dog out. That can only take 5 minutes.